Hey y'all, Justin with Kayak Catfish. Well, I am back after the kitties today. Loaded up on fresh bait yesterday and ready to get after them, man. I'm going to be fishing in an old cut. There's a cut from a creek channel that was here before they flooded this to make the reservoir, and it goes behind there, kind of behind those docks, and loops around and comes out and would have dumped into the river channel right here where I'm sitting back in the day. So now that the water's up, before the reservoir, it creates a path for fish to work up into the shallow water areas to feed. And so I come out here a few days ago. My regular viewers, you saw me fish this spot in the last video. I tore them up, man. Had an awesome day. Got some nice blues, got a flathead, really good day. And I had hoped to fish it the following day. Unfortunately, the wind was up really high. We had a couple days of high winds, and now our temperatures dropped. We had a little cold front come through. So I don't really know what to expect out here today. But if you're watching this video, I obviously caught something, because I'm not the type of YouTuber that's going to be posting skunk videos. So I got on some fish today if you're seeing this. So let's get some baits on there and get to it. Here is the bait today, y'all. I'm going to have 2 skipjack heads and 2 chunks. Skipjack is the only bait I have with me, but they're good and fresh. I caught a bunch of them yesterday afternoon, and so we are loaded up and ready to go today. So that's going to be our 4 baits to get started with. My rig here is a Carolina rig. I got the egg sinker above a swivel that goes down to a 10-aught size circle hook with a skipjack head on there, and then on the tag end of my line I've got it Catfish Sumo bait stalker fly. That's just a small fly that dangles down under my piece of cut bait. And that fly, man, that's been catching me a lot of extra fish these last several months. But really, since the water got cold here for winter, the bite on those flies has really picked up. But I just let that sinker sink down and hit bottom. I can feel it there, so I'm gonna reel my rod tip down a little bit and then set it in the rod holder. So now my whole rig, my piece of cut bait and my fly is down there, just 2 to 3 feet off the bottom. And my depth out here today is, with our current water level has been fluctuating up and down lately as I get everything stabilized here. It fluctuates a lot here in the winter months, but right now I'm fishing 46 feet deep. My last trip out, I was a little bit higher up, but coming up through here today, I noticed some bait fish along bottom here at a little bit deeper depth, so I'm gonna set up where the bait is. I don't know if they'll stay here the whole time, but that's where they're at right now, so that's where I'm setting up at. So anyway, enough of this. Let me get the rest of these baits on there, and we're gonna be ready to catch some fish. Got some action there on the front rod. Oh, one of them heads went down, man. One of the heads went down. Fish number 1. Few minutes into the trip here, y'all. There's at least 1 fish down there. That's on one of my skipjack heads. Those heads are kind of small. All the skipjack I got yesterday, I got a bunch of them, but they were all on the smaller side, which honestly, this time of year, we're in January now, I typically do better on small baits anyway, so it doesn't hurt my feelings none. And this fish here, he obviously didn't give a crap about the size of the bait. Yep, there he is, small blue, but it's a start, man. It's a start. Wasn't sure if I would even get a bite today with the change in the weather and water level and all that, so getting this first bite makes me a lot more optimistic. Go, we got our head bait back. Hold yourself up there, fish. You ain't front camera worthy. I done forgot to put my front camera mount up anyway. Thanks for reminding me to do that, fish. You've been a big help with today's video. All right, y'all, fish number 1. My optimism level just went up 3-4 notches on that fish, because again, I really wasn't sure what to expect out here today. But anyway, he's left us the head bait here, so I'm gonna get it, drop back down. I'm gonna put my front camera mount like a daggone amateur, man. It's been sitting here basing water, ain't even got all my camera stuff set up. Anyway, I'm gonna get it set back up. We'll drop the bait back down. We'll be ready for the next fish. I got more action on this side this time, but it's another head bait. It's going down. It's going down. Here we go. Another fish. It had been a little while, y'all. It's probably been 20 minutes or so. He's went back here and gotten this other line too, as he's gonna try to run from me. I don't know where he thinks he's going. He's got a hook in his jaw with a piece of line attached. He's lost his marbles if he thinks he's getting away. I believe I might have got lucky though. I think he might have come out of that back line. No, he didn't. This fish says if I'm gonna disrupt his day, he's at least gonna get my lines tangled. It's nice to get another bite though. Again, y'all, I didn't know what to expect coming out. There we go. That's a little better, blue cat. A little better. That's a fun sizer right there. Got him that old, oh look at that. He come out of that back line too. Joke's on you, blue cat. Nice try, buddy. Nice try. Come on in. You old fat sow. Look at the belly on that thing, buddy. I mean, he's girthy one, ain't he? That's what she said. Hold yourself up there. Man, look at the gut on that thing, man. Not a very long fish, but fat, man. That thing's been down there gorging. I'll take it, buddy. That was a fun time. Get on out of here. There you go. Well, like I said, he tried to get in that back line back there, tried to disrupt my day a little bit, but unfortunately for him, he come out of our bait here. Oh yeah, it still looks good, so we're gonna send it back down. Get it back down there, and we'll be ready for the next fish. That's 2 fish though. I mean, again, it had been a little time between the first one and that one, but my plan is to fish till dark this afternoon. I got out here a little after 1 p.m. It gets dark now before 6. So I got a few hours left of daylight here to fish. My every bite, man, my optimism goes up a little bit more. One of my back rods has gotten hit now. Something wants it. I think he's got it. I'm gonna just, yeah, he's on there now. He's on there now, buddy. It was kind of a, I wonder if this ain't maybe a flathead possibly. The way he was kind of sitting there with it. You know, it could be just a small blue also. Sometimes they'll be like that, but the way he's pulling, oh man, I think we got a flathead. I think that's a flatty. Oh, right here. My front rod is getting hit too. I'm doubled, y'all. I'm gonna deal with the one in the hand, but it's going down too. Awesome, man. Doubled up here, y'all. One on the front and one on the back. I think this one in my hand's a flathead. Oh man, he's pulling. Boy, he just keeps taking off. We'll get this one up here to the surface, get a look at him, and then we'll work on the one on the front there. I just want to get this one up here just for curiosity. Oh no, I think he's gotten up there in that front line too. These two are going to be running circles around each other. They're going to have a tangled mess. Hopefully it'll be worth it and we get a look at them. Yeah, y'all, it's turning into a productive day out here. Oh yeah, it is a flathead, man. That's a nice one too. That's a nice flathead. Oh man, that's a nice one. Oh, he is all in that front line too. I may just have to go ahead and land him before I reel in the other one. He's got himself lassoed in it. Come here, flathead. Oh buddy, that's a nice flathead. Nice flathead on that small chunk of skipjack that's still in his mouth. If I can get my line undone. Look at that right there, man. There it is. Oh man, he has got that front line all wrapped around him. Hold this thing up here and let's look at him, y'all. Nice flathead. How about that for 40 some odd degree water temps, man? Oh man. Nice. Nice flathead. I thought that was odd, the way that rod was bouncing around, and I was like, you know, it could be a small blue. And I picked up on it. He took off. I was like, that ain't a small blue cat. Awesome. Y'all know I love getting some big flatheads anytime, but to do it in the winter when water temps are this cold, all these winter flatheads a little bit more special. I'm gonna lean back, try to get him in frame right there. Awesome, man. Oh, I hope that one on the front is still on the line. Oh, yeah, he is. I see my rod tip bouncing around there. Nice, man. All right, let's let this one go and reel in the other one. Look at that guy right there, man. Trophy flathead in the dead of winter, and there he goes. Fist pump time, baby. Heck yeah. All right, let's get our mess here undone and see what we got on this front rod, man. He got me all tangled up, but that was so worthwhile, man. You will never hear me complain about a tangle when it's a flathead like that. Yeah, he's still on there. How awesome would it be to have another flathead? How awesome would that be? I didn't feel this fish hit. I just looked up and my rod was going down, but I was a little bit distracted with that flathead, so who knows. This is fun, y'all. Again, I ain't much of a cold weather person, and it ain't super cold today. It's in like the high 40s, but the wind blowing across the water feels like you're in an air conditioner. But when you catch a fish like this, I ain't even thinking about it. All right, let's see if we can get him up here. Oh yeah, it is. It's another flathead. This one's smaller. It's significantly smaller than the last one, but it is another flathead. We doubled up on them, man. We went through a little feeding period, had a couple flatheads get active. They start to work up, and our baits are sitting right there waiting on them when they come through. The big one ate the chunk. This one here ate the head. Oh man, doubled up on flatheads. January again, water temps cold in the 40s. These things, they will eat, and you know, not eating as frequently as the warmer months, but if you got baits in the water and in their path, when they do turn on and get active, you got a shot at them, and I just got me two. Nice. Well, let's let him go, get these baits back down there, and we may be going through a little activity period here. We may be getting some more. We'll see you, Flatty. Wave by on the way out. That little tail slap. You see him right there? That's him waving by to you. I ain't waving by to you yet, though, because I got more fish to catch. I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and switch everything out. Put on all fresh baits. I've got plenty of skipjack. You can see these daggone things, they covered in dirt and leaves. I was fishing on the bank yesterday because the wind was so bad, but I got a bunch of them, so no sense in being conservative if I don't really have to. So we'll put fresh bait on all 4 rods, and I'll see, we'll be ready to go after that. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. That front rod's going down hard. That front rod's going down hard. Oh boy, he's taking some drag, man. He has got that thing in that rod holder hard. That's one of those fresh heads I just put on, man. That feels like a really good fish. That feels like a nice one right there. Oh man, he hit that bait and swam out, buddy. He knew he was in trouble, man. It's like he's running from the law or something. Let's get him up here if we can, get a look at him here. I may have to play this one out a smidge. He is fired up down there. This fish said he don't give a crap if that water's cold. He's just full of spunk. Full of energy, man. Ain't no lethargic behavior in these fish. These daggone fish got more energy in this cold weather than I do. Yeah, I just switched these head baits out not long ago, y'all. When them 2 flatheads hit, I thought we may be going through a little feeding window, and I just wanted to spruce everything up. I'm normally very conservative with bait, but a day like today where I've got a lot of bait and just got that big flathead, I said I want to freshen up, and I'm glad I did. Look at that, man. That's a nice blue. That's a nice blue cat right there. Oh yeah, he definitely ate the bait, not the fly. Got the hook from it in the mouth. Awesome, man. What do y'all think at home watching there? You think this fish is going to behave if I go ahead and bring him in right now? I'd ask him, but I'm afraid he'd lie to me. Come on, you coming in whether you want to or not now. Oh man, that is a fat fish, man. These things have been feeding up, buddy. Woo, that's a good fish. Hold yourself up there, you old heifer. Oh man, that's a nice fish. I love it, man. He just crushed that head bait and took off with it, buddy. Man, I'll tell you something, folks. Wintertime fishing, for me, very inconsistent. One, because I don't get out regularly in the winter. I'm a pansy in the cold, man. I'm a fair weather fisherman. I ain't ashamed to say it. So it's hard for me to kind of pattern fish, but when you get on a good bite, it can be on like Donkey Kong, and it certainly seems to be the last half hour here. It's been on, man. Oh. All right, let's send him out of here, get that bait down, and we'll catch his friends and family if they want to come along too. All right, blue cat, say your goodbyes. Hey, gone. Whew. That's fist pump worthy right there too, y'all. That's two fist pump worthy fish, and we still got a bunch of time left. So I'm gonna sit out here and keep catching. They want to keep biting, I'm gonna keep catching them. If you're new to fishing, especially if you're new to fishing in the winter months, this might be a tip that could possibly help you out, put you on some more fish. So I'm gonna turn the camera around over here toward this creek, and I can't zoom real well on the things. I don't know how well you can see, but there's white birds over there, like seagull-like birds. I don't know the official name for them, but they're kind of working around there in that shallow water. You see them occasionally diving down and getting some shad. And that is something I look for in the winter months. When those birds, when they're not just swooping down and smacking the water for no good reason, they're feeding, they're looking for shad, they're on some bait fish. And if the bait fish is up there, there's a good chance at some point in time some predator fish like these blue cats and flatheads are going to go up there and eat those shad at some point. So then it just becomes a matter of putting yourself between the food source and the fish you're wanting to catch. And at some point in time, they're going to have to swim through you to get up there to them. All you got to do at that point is just wait them out. And so that's the kind of thing that I look for. I let Mother Nature, I let these birds tell me where the bait is at, and then I just put my time in. And that's a recipe for success, man. As simple as it sounds, that is a recipe for success. That will put you on some fish. My back rod had a little tap. Watch my line. I hope that's showing up on camera. You can see him. He's swimming. He's gonna get the business end of that hook in a second. I'm gonna let him do it to himself. I want him to hook himself. I don't want this fish griping at me when he gets up here. He's got it. See, this fish would have been mad at me for catching him, but now he's caught himself. He ain't got nobody to be mad at but his own daggone self. He don't feel too bad either. Reel this old thing up here, see what he's got to say. He'll probably still blame me anyway. You know how these fish are. Yeah, y'all, it has been a pretty productive afternoon thus far. I genuinely thought coming out here today I could get skunked. I have more skunk trips in the winter than any other time of year. And these fish have pleasantly surprised me today. This is another, I don't know what we call it. You pick. Larger dink, small fun size. He's a welcome sight, no matter how you classify him. Come on in, good buddy. Lord, you got, be careful now, be careful. You got that other hook back there. He wasn't going nowhere, was he? He got that stinger in the tail and a hook in the mouth. Yeah, there's that feller right there. We'll call him smaller, fun size, make him feel better about himself. Yeah, here, buddy. But yeah, y'all, I mean, it just kind of turned on here a little while ago. Started with the flatheads, got that big blue. Now that one, it's just we're going through an activity period, and again, my expectations were so low coming out here. It wouldn't have taken much today to get me hyped up. I think the problem is when I come out and conditions are ideal, and I have this expectation that the bite's just going to be on, and I get skunked or I don't do very well. It's just a kick in the gonads. But coming out today with zero expectations, anything's a welcome sight. Oh, don't look now. We got another one going down. I may catch another fish after all, y'all. Goodness, he's pulling on. You can see where the sun is in the sky over there. It's been a hot minute. That little activity period we were going through, it shut off as quick as it turned on. I've just been sitting here twiddling thumbs since, but I was hoping to get me one or two more before the sun went down. Looks like it's gonna happen. I love seeing those rods go down, man. Never gets old. It's even better when you've been waiting a long period of time like I have on this one. Come on up here, fish. Show yourself off. There's at least 4 people still watching this video at this point. I tell you something, folks, man, you know, again, wintertime, I'm not a good wintertime fisherman. You got as many misses as hits, but you put your baits in a place like this where active fish will have to swim through, and if you own the water, when they swim through, you're going to get bit. And I've been fortunate today to be out here, right place, right time. And we got us another good one on right here when I get him up here. Come over here, fish. Perfect timing to see that sun dropping over them trees over there. This fish don't want you to look at the sunset. He wants to flop around here and act a fool. That is another quality fish, man. That's another really good blue. Come over here, blue kitty. Oh, oh, he ain't hooked good. He ain't hooked good. Boy, he about ripped that hook out there when he was flopping around right there. Look at that. It's right there in the skin, man. Well, maybe it's in there better than I thought it was. It looked like it's about to fall out. Now I can't get the daggone thing out of there. Let me get my pliers. I think that fish is laughing at me. Let me ditch the shades here. Don't need these now that the sun's going down. This is a nice fish right here, y'all. This is a nice one, man. Hold yourself up there, fish. Nice, man. Awesome. Yeah, y'all, it's been a little while since that little activity period earlier. I just been sitting here just waiting. My plan was to fish till dark today, and I was hoping to maybe get 1 or 2 more, and here's one of them. Nice. All right, let's send this fella home and put us another bait on. This one ate one of the small body sections, so we'll stick another one down there. Look at that spot on his nose right there. Boy, somebody's busted his nose. He smarted off to the wrong person, didn't he? He gone. You think he learned his lesson? Probably not. That fish there, he didn't look like a type that'd learn his lesson at all. All right, y'all, well, you can see the sun somewhere back there going down just passed over them trees there. So I'm probably going to fish another maybe 30 minutes here or so. So we'll get another bait on there, see if we can get us one more before we call it a day. Well, folks, I was hoping to get me one more fish, but unless he bites before I reel these lines up, it ain't gonna happen because it is getting cold. Since that sun dropped down over the horizon, you can literally feel the temperature dropping, and I ain't much on that cold weather, but nevertheless, I am going home happy today. Anytime I get a big fish, it's a good day in my opinion, and especially when I hook into a big flathead like I did there earlier. I'm fortunate where I live here in East Tennessee. I'm on Fort Loudon Reservoir today. Our water temps here don't get cold enough for a long enough period of time to get those flatheads to go completely dormant. The bite slows down. It slows down dramatically. I don't catch nearly as many flatheads in the winter months as I do spring, summer, fall. But I do still pick some up during the winter, and today was one of those days. It was a good day. So anyway, I'm going home happy, but I am going home because I'm cold. I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for watching.